if they put him mid, then he'll have a very nice game against Super.
Jack, final thoughts?
I like the synergy from LFY. They're a lot less ult dependent. They have a lot of stun. It feels like they have very good early game timings. If this Enchantress gets off the ground, Vega could see themselves losing towers very quickly, losing that Rosh, and just I like LFY's lineup, and I think that in terms of how they've played as a team, their general form, I would put them as the heavy favorite in this game.
Yeah, I don't think we can agree with that too much, can we? LFY find themselves in trouble in this best of one, but they are the big favourites. Can they confirm that status? Find out as we head to the arena with Lyrical and Lacoste.
Thank you so much, Paul. Oh my goodness gracious, that was amazing. But Lacoste, best of one, it's happening right now. LFY, obviously the favorites in this one, but Vega Squadron, they put together a scary draft. What do you think?
If LGD had Vega's draft, I would go with their draft, but I don't know, it's a best of one. And anything can happen. A Dota game here, so...
A lot at stake, a lot on the line. You know, I was in the bus coming over in the early morning with the Vega Squadron team. G was 15 minutes late, roughly, so I had to give him a little bit of flame for that one. But he's here now, you know, he's showing up good. And I think that, really, to me, these are both teams that Vega Squadron, I don't think they have any pressure on them going into this. I think that they're coming in as the underdogs. They know that. And LFY, you know, they just lost that series the other day, probably don't feel good about the way that that went. I don't know, underdogs sometimes show up good.
It's always easier to play as an underdog because pretty much you got nothing to lose if you win. I mean, it's a win-win situation for you as an underdog. They might actually catch the Super here.
They're looking for him there, the Dragon Knight, but he does back away. The rest of LFY just going to be able to walk back by the tower as well. Are they going to try and fight this? There's no way, right?
No. Ursa was such a good pick. It counters both Enchantress and the Dragon Knight in a mid lane. Also, kind of a counter to Omni Knight, forcing him to use the GA. I was thinking about the build on Ursa, because Guardian Angel, like, you can't dispel.
Right.
So Nullifier might be the item on Ursa later on. I mean, Doom is gonna try to find the Doom, obviously, on an Omni Knight. But I don't think I have... Okay, I'll keep that for later.
Yeah, as they are going to be able to find a quick little stun there. Afterlife still able to pick up the Bonnie Rune. Yeah, Nullifier, though, it feels like it could be quite good this game.
Yeah, on Ursa. Also, AA works good in theory against the heals from Witch Doctor, Ench, Omni Knight, but you're not going to have a blast on 3 heroes. You can't set it up with these heroes, so in theory it works well, but those heals are going to come out eventually anyway.
For sure, yeah, it's sort of tough, and maybe you could like do some shenanigans where you toss into Ice Blast, but that's always going to be a little bit tough to be consistent with, as G in the mid lane, holding on to his branch, which we've seen time and again, this Tiny just sort of dominate the mid lane. You had some choice words about the Tiny and the branches.
Oh yeah, well, the words were, Tiny looks like he stole a toy from his big brother, and big brother is actually coming home, and now he's afraid, panicking, don't know what to do. Look at him, just...
What a guy. I love Tiny. He's just a cute little...
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the matchup on mid, Tiny is actually having a better time than the Ursa maybe would. But Ursa on the bottom lane will need some help eventually. Omni Knight is a strong laner, especially with the help from Enchantress. She already has Blightstone, which cripples Ursa a lot. He's a naturally high armor.
Yeah, and she's really quick, can move away from any type of right clicks that might come in from the real you, Mr. Aloha Dance down there bottom. But at least for the moment, you take a look at the CS across the board, and things looking okay for Vega. 9-1 right now on the Tiny in comparison to the 5-0 of the DK, and although he's still getting harassed a little bit, he's able to pick up a couple CS here and there as the overpower comes out. A lot of damage. The real you needs to TP away from this one all the way back to the fountain.
Oh, this is really good for LFY. I'm not sure why Vega is contesting the top lane. Ursa is the one you want to give a free farm to, so he can get good timing on a Blink Dagger and just snowball from there.
And they're just sort of set up over there by the runes, and in the meantime, Afterlife, I mean, he's having a nice time up there, 9-5 so far, as Slayer is going to rotate mid and I guess secure himself an Invis rune. Is there any chance for a kill at all there against the DK mid lane with that?
Maybe if he stands at the tower and he tosses him back, but it's unlikely that's going to happen. He might want to try to go for a chick snipe.
That could be pretty nice. Yeah, Slayer back there behind it.
Ursa's losing a lot of gold. He TP'd back and walking back to a lane. giving Omni-Knight easy time. He's gonna have phase boots when Ursa arrives, and gonna be level 4 almost.
Yeah, this is terrifying. And you give Inflame this type of a start, and LFY are just going to be able to snowball with it.
I mean, securing Doom's farm is not that big of a deal with Devourer, and later on with 150 gold talent. He always pretty much farms. They should just focus on giving Ursa. But I think it might be too late to actually win the bottom lane now.
That's really unfortunate. Monet was pinging out in the mid lane there. I think that they caught sight of the Rubik, so he doesn't make anything happen. Instead, going to come down bottom. They're going to try and bring him down, and, well, the stomp to stop that, as they are not able to find the kill. So Omni going to continue that spree, and, well, up top, they're dealing some damage here on the Afterlife, who forced back behind the tower.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor, pretty popular pick these days, counters one of the hottest picks right now, the Tide Hunter, and from what I know, it should work the same way against the Tiny. Because of the status resistance, it doesn't reduce the damage from Maledict, like the duration of Maledict.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's nice about it. At least you're able to deal that extra bit of damage. It's just over a shorter period of time. We saw there as well the rotation in, Afu trying to deal some damage, but they decide to turn and fight and take him down. Slayer takes first blood.
Oh, I guess he didn't think he can die there with 2 creep waves.
Oh, now again, Afterlife in some trouble. DDC able to force him back yet again, and Monet continuing the chase. He's not giving up on this one. Wave of Terror. I don't think that's going to be quite enough. It actually might be with one last tick. No, that was the Wave of Terror. Yeah.
Well, sadly, Witch Doctor was not level 3 there. With level 2 Maledict, he would have been dead.
So that rotation down bottom, does that sort of shook things up a little bit for you, for Real You, as he's still sort of squaring off toe-to-toe against the Omni?
Well, look, Ange was kind of playing over-aggressively there, and they punished her. I guess he didn't think he can die with 2 creep waves.
Yeah. Doesn't end up working out like that. Afterlife just going to use the Shrine there top. G continuing to have a nice time mid, although Super has been able to catch back up over the past couple of minutes here. Look
at Doom with Troll Creep, just being a fake Raid King, sending those skeletons.
It's a hero we haven't seen in a while. Mr. Raid King himself is...
People were trying to pick it for a couple of games, and they realized it's still the garbage tier hero, so... Yeah. TP coming out from Zayak on a mid lane, also one more TP. They want to kill the DK right now.
This would be a big one if they could find that kill on the Super, but meanwhile bottom lane, instead it's going to be LFY chasing Vega Squadron. They find the kill onto the Bearman, so... Yeah,
really nice reading there from LFY. I guess Super should play cautiously now, because none of the heroes showed up on the bottom lane.
Well, they do find the Avalanche. They're going to be able to get the pullback as well. Still holding on for that one. G trying to take him low. They have the toss with the Omni Knight rotating in as well. I don't know if they're going to be able to find this kill. Super is too damn tanky.
It's still a DK. I mean, with the natural build on him, Soul Ring, that extra 6 strength plus Breathe Fire damage reduction. They don't have enough damage to actually take him down.
Yeah, now walking up there. This is not where you want to be, Mr. Slayer. My God. That's a ton of damage there. Zaya can end up dying.
Well, Witch Doctor is one of the heroes that is super good at the laning stage and can also rotate, especially with the Max Maledict build.
Yeah. Oh, and G, are they going to be able to find this as well? I mean, they've got a couple of Hurl Boulders. The small golem still have 10-second cooldown on it, but they're going to be able to bring in the rest of them with the Maledict again onto G. This hero is naturally usually able to survive in the mid lane. It's just getting ran at here and looking like he might go down. DDC finds the finish.
Oh, plus they are gonna pressure the tower. Siege creep is ready. They have 2 more creeps from Edge. This tower will go down to...
Oh God, and bottom lane, the Real You, he wants to fight, he wants to take him down. Can they find the finish? No, he just gets punched in the face again. Inflame dominant.
Yeah, it seems like the bottom lane fell apart for Vega.
Well, maybe mid, Slayer, he's not left anywhere to go either. DDC finds another kill. G, TP's in, just wants to do something desperately for his team to try and pull it back, but it's just not looking like it's going to be...
Yeah, this tower is going down. They have no glyph whatsoever.
3,000 net worth lead
One
already.
more hit.
7 minutes.
One more, please. Super. Spit it. Spit this line.
I just want to skip that last hit. Tiny deny. G on top of things. I mean, that's the best thing that's happened for Vega this game so far. It's not great.
Can we get a replay of that real quickly?
I don't think so. Well, 8 minutes in, you take a look at it, and the net worth is just fully inhabited by all of LFY. Omni Knight leading the way, and oh, there it is. Look at this. Oh, production always on point.
Thank you, production. The value.
Bottom lane, we've got ourselves a smoke as Vega Squadron want to make something happen. If they can find this kill into Omni Knight, this would be big. They
Still
are
no points in GA, though.
They do have Doom. Afterlife looking for it. He has a TP, and oh, he's just sort of scooting along. They get the lift, they get the Doom, and finally something going right for Vega.
Yeah, a lot of commitment there just to take down the Omni Knight. Maybe they can push out the top tower now. Okay, Doom is already there defending it. Ursa is going to have a really hard time recovering. He's not the hero that can flash farm or anything. He needs the kills.
God. Look at Afterlife. They just dive him there. They go in for the swap, realizing that there's nobody else to help him out. The Wave of Terror comes through as well, but they are going to have to back out. Afterlife a bit too tanky for that one, although Super is also rotating down here. They might just be able to take the tower.
Yeah, Super with the Arcane Rune just popped it. Arcane Rune gone. They can actually take this tier 1 tower. I don't think Vega can contest no 6 on AA. Oh, 6, not even level 4 on AA.
Oh, bottom lane, the real U forced to TP away again. Is he going to get out of there? No! Inflame kills him again.
Yeah, I don't know what Ursa needs to do to come back into the game. Maybe if they win a team fight somehow and manage to sneak into Roche pit and get a Roche, so we can actually get the levels and some farm from it.
I mean, they need something. There ain't no doubt about that. And the unfortunate part is that LFY has drafted this lineup that doesn't really give them any room. It feels like they're constantly just being suffocated. And every time they go out to a lane, they're getting ran at. Like, Afu's coming down here again with another creep. They're ready to push down this bottom tier 1.
Yeah, they know Doom is down, so they can actually take a team fight. There's no threat coming up from Ursa.
He manages to escape. Well played by AA.
Now they can just continue, actually, try to siege tier 2 tower as well.
Whatever they want. All tier 1's gone. Vega Squadron looking for answers. They're 5,000 net worth behind at 10 minutes into this game. This is a beatdown.
Yeah, that's 3 towers. 1 denied, though.
Gotta go back to the deny.
Super almost has drums with the power threads and magic wand.
They have drums on the Omni Knight too already.
Yeah, they just want to keep the pressure, get that advantage going.
Oh,
okay,
man,
they might
DDC.
find Tiny.
G, very lucky to just back out at that particular point. And, well, they're going to commit for the tier 2 down bottom, like you said. It's happening.
They need to make something happen on the top lane. Doom actually just TP top. They need to get something out of this. If Venge just plays careful, it's going to be pretty much a disaster for Vega at this point.
I mean, 4 heroes rotate up top. They're going to smoke now. It isn't under a ward or anything like that. The tier 2 tower is gone, though, and Monet still in the lane.
Monet should know about it. Yeah. He's gone.
Well, LFY very prepared for any type of move that Vega could make, and while they smoke up, they aren't able to really find anything yet. They do drop a ward here, so they still see that Monet's in the area. They need to push out that creep wave first.
Supports on the side of Vega are still level 5. Once they get the level 6 on AA, maybe they can turn things around a little bit.
Oh,
okay, this is a deep ward. They have a vision on Monet.
Yeah, this would be a really big pickup.
Yeah, but since they don't have any wards, LFY on that side is just being super careful about not going in too deep. Okay, Vega says it's enough.
They're going in for it. Ice Blast out, every dang thing, and Monet is going to drop. They actually drop the Doom now as well onto the DK. Omni Knight's starting to come in. They're able to get the turnaround. The Purification is already there. The Cask is bouncing. That's going to be another one down. They take down 2, and the Doom DK doing a lot.
I don't think you want to Doom the DK, to be honest. I mean, he just doomed the first guy who TP'd in after they blew up the Venge.
I mean, at the end of the day, they did kill Monet. Like, they found themselves the pickoff. Is that worth anything?
I don't think that changes pretty much anything. There's still 6k gold ahead. He's gonna have that Mask of Madness pretty soon, then he can just flash farm with it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why Omni Knight is one of the hottest picks right now. He's top of the net worth, 6,000, 1K ahead of everyone, pretty much.
And I mean, do you feel like this was just because they left that Ursa down there on an island the whole time?
Yeah, because they left Ursa. They focused the tri lane with the Doom. Doom can recover easily, Ursa can't. And we see now that he can't fight. I mean, Ursa is not a hero that he can actually run in and do stuff.
Vega know about this, but the rotation comes in as well, and they're able to take him down rather rapidly as Slayer just going to try and breathe some fire on people, but it's not really going to amount to that much as LFY securing themselves Roshan. Aegis goes to Monet. Lacoste, where do they go from here?
They should just pressure the tier 2 mid and the top lane. They just need to push out the waves. Not the best wave clear. They have Dragonite and Omni, who just continues to farm on the bottom lane. They actually find the Slayer.
Yeah, he's in trouble, and well, unfortunately, I don't think he's getting out of that one. DDC, unstoppable streak right now. He is 6-0-2 on a Witch Doctor.
Well, Witch Doctor, pretty popular pick. I think he's gonna get picked more a lot because of that Maledict, as I already mentioned, against the Tidehunter, against Tiny, provides a lot of heal. What did he buy? Is that an urn? Yeah, that's an urn. So a lot more heal. Also, you can upgrade it to Spirit Vessel, which is my favorite item of the new ones.
Yeah.
Works really well with Maledict, especially against the heroes like a Doom. Scorched Earth, you don't heal too much from it.
Well, another kill here, it's looking like his Afterlife getting ran down. They drop the Witch Doctor, Ward, doesn't matter. But DDC picks up another one. One of the best heroes to ensure that those kills come out with Maledict.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, Tiny is only in 1 kill. I mean, they have 3 kills, but still, that's a 33%. But I think he needed to be maybe a bit more active because bottom lane was kind of destroyed.
Yeah, it's really, really tough. And now it's just sort of like left, where do you go? They're going to try and find this pickoff on the Inflame in the mid lane, but the Ice Blast off the mark. They are still running him down, but now with the Guardian Angel already out, can they actually further chase this? They're bringing in Monet, the swap back, keeping him alive. They turn the fight yet again as the real you going to get ran at and going to die to the Maledict and Monet as Slayer trying to turn this again, but it's not going to happen. LFY, too good, 2 on top of it, and they take him down.
Yeah, they almost catch the Tiny as well with Dragon Tail just being 1 second cooldown. I really don't see Vega Squadron getting back into this game. The tank build on Omni Knight, he actually finished the Vanguard and has a casual plate mail. Jesus Christ.
He's a monster, well and truly. And now, tower being sieged, they're ready to keep this pressure on. Not really anything stopping them. In 15 minutes, they're looking to try and take down a tier 3 tower. This is the biggest win that we've seen so far in this tournament, it feels like, is LFY just not stopping, and maybe they might have gone too far, but Monet just going to be repelled and still holding on to that Aegis.
They have a level 2 swap if they want to initiate with that.
Thinking about it, but they're just going to back out, playing it safe. Is LFY going to continue the dominance, and the Enchantress and Witch Doctor are almost ahead of the Tiny at this point. This game is falling far off the rails.
If they can somehow doom the Omni Knight, but there's so much heal coming out from Venge and even the level 1 heal from Witch Doctor. I don't really think they can turn this around anymore.
Yeah, you need the order of operations for winning a fight at this point is so absurdly long of a list that it's feeling pretty impossible. Maybe it starts, though, with Afterlife finding a Doom onto one of these guys. Doom comes out, Ice Blast down as well. Afterlife, though, it's all for naught. He is just going to get ran down here as well. The Maledict damage is coming out. The real you trying to find the kill on the Witch Doctor. It's a big old bounty. He's able to walk away. And now they find the return kill instead. Slayer steals Repel, wants to run, but Super, they got him in his sights. He denies his creep as well as he chases forward. Slayer, where are you going, buddy? Nowhere left to go. They find the finish. 3-17, 16,000 in 17 minutes.
Yeah, the next fight they take, if they win on the side of LFY, it's gonna be a GG.
My God. humanity.
They don't have a Blink Dagger coming up on Ursa anytime soon. Neither does Doom. No big items. No nothing pretty much whatsoever.
Well, a lot of questions being raised at this point for Vega Squadron, and not a whole hell of a lot of answers, as the first lane of Barracks falls at 17 minutes, and Tiny just going to be swapped back in. Slayer tries to save it with a cute little play, but it wasn't enough, and the Guardian Angel to turn it back around. LFY just going to back out here. Afterlife, they need to find something desperately, but it's just so hard to take this fight, and they find themselves the Ancient Apparition, Avalanche toss, nothing. Tickling.
They still have the Aegis on Venge.
Yeah, that just expires right now. And maybe that's what they were hoping to find the fight around, but it was a buyback from Rubik in that last exchange as well.
Omni Knight will have Shiva's Guard in 30 seconds.
Yeah, and you compare that to the other offlaner who's got drums and a Bassi. It's a rough one. It's a rough one, man.
I'll take that.
Even force staffing the creeps and then denying it in his face. Oh, Afu. Come on.
Even Witch Doctor went for 75 damage talent, so we can contribute to the push.
He's almost got a pipe.
Yeah.
DDC is 9-0-6.
I mean, they took down 6-7 towers and Raxes.
Yeah,
that's a lot of gold.
You said you don't really see a way back into it. I'm completely with you. This game is just feeling... I mean, you don't GG out if you're Vega Squadron. This is it. It's a best of one. There have been teams that have thrown bigger leads before, I think.
I don't think you can throw this game, ever.
Yeah.
There's no comeback mechanic. Doom still 1.5k away from Blink Dagger. Ursa 1k gold away. They're just pressuring tier 1 tower, and they're gonna knock on their tier 3 on the bottom.
And they got a Sanjin Yasha on Tiny. They're still looking for a Blink Dagger on Ursa, who just has Mask of Madness and Phase Boots. But the shrines are going down. The pipe is done for Witch Doctor at 20 minutes. Shiva's Guard done for Omni Knight as well.
Yeah, it feels like LFY is playing turbo mode while Vega Squadron joined for the normal one.
It's pretty accurate right now. But 3-19, I almost said 20. I feel like I'm predicting the future here as Vega just looking for an opening. But again, you've got some of the best high ground sieging heroes in the game right now with the Venge having the Swappa ready. Mentioned Super.
Yeah, I don't see the way of them killing the Dragon Knight. Okay, Omni is doomed though.
Walking forward, this is a decent start. They're able to walk away from the Ice Blast, and now just backing out again. And if Vega chase too far, this is going to be terrible. Afterlife going to go down. Doom is about to wear off. Daruyu is already at 10% HP. They've lost to no Rubik, no Doom. They have buyback, but using it at this point is just going to further accentuate the lead that they've got. And tier 3 towers going down as LFY looking to finish off this game.
They just tickled the Omni on his foot, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, they really don't care at all right now. I think LFY are pissed off about that other series the other day, and going to prove that they're not to be messed with right now. Oh, Real You being slowed, being stunned, being killed, most likely. He is gonna drop.
And that's it. GG's called by Slayer.
That was the biggest stomp that I've seen in several months.
Yeah, this was kind of brutal to watch.
It never felt like they had a chance. I don't even know what to say anymore about that one. Like, I don't think the panel got back to